we may as well move on. As soon as it saves. To the next level. Buddy Pine and Bomb Voyage. And our wireframe model this time is of Bon Voyage's helicopter, which might give us a hint on what to expect from this level. Now you may be wondering, who is Buddy Pine? That's him right there. That's Buddy Pine. Interesting that this is the closest thing we get to an introduction to him in this game. He has another scene in the movie to where he's fully introduced as this hyper fanboy of Mr. Incredible that makes rocket boots to impress him. I mean, I'm sure there are some fans of celebrities that are this obsessed with him in real life that they... Anyways, so yeah, they seem to have a bomb strapped to their cape, and this is the first part of the level, where we pretty much have to dodge these lights, because they will take damage away from us. Or deal damage to us. That was really weirdly worded. And there's one of the bonus items in this level. Just gotta avoid the missiles. Yeah, we just fly around the city as we listen to Buddy Pine's screams, which I believe in this game he is voiced by Jason Lee, who also voices him in the movie. So yeah, of course Jason Lee also is a pretty well-renowned actor, of course known for stuff like My Name is Earl, along with plenty of voice acting roles. And we got another bonus item. Alright, got the bomb off. Uh-oh.
Monsieur Incroyable, I couldn't go without saying au revoir. That and to make sure that I finished you off. Your feeble attempts to defeat me will be met with failure.
Are you done?
No, not yet.
I think you are. It's showtime.
Alright. So now we get to go into a one-on-one boss fight with Bomb Voyage, which, no, this did not happen in the movie, but whatever, you know? Also, the bomb did not explode here in the movie. It actually exploded in, I believe, a subway. Which, of course, the railway explodes and Mr. Incredible has to push a cart with a bunch of, has to push a subway train with a bunch of people on it. So, yeah. So I think I was talking about the interconnectivity. You may notice that this building was the building we jumped into in the bank heist level, at the very end of the level. Alright, so for this boss fight, we pretty much just have to go through Bomb Voyage's patterns of his attacks on us, while we wait for him to throw bombs at us, to which we will throw back at him. We have to do that 6 times, and the level will be over. Also, there's a bonus item over here. There we go. We've already gotten all 3 bonus items for this level. That's great. Also, it's interesting that here, within these levels, or within this game, Bomb Voyage seems to speak English, when, if you saw the movie footage earlier, or if you've just seen the movie in general, you may notice that he speaks only French. So it's kind of a weird inconsistency I noticed. We also have to dodge missiles, which, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention that if you hold crouch and then jump, or press the jump button, you could do a high jump, which will be pretty useful in some parts of this game. And also, Here's the thing. Okay, I just completely dodged the guns. One thing that the game never teaches you, actually, is how to roll. With Mr. Incredible, if you crouch and then hold a direction on the control stick and then press the jump button, that is how you roll. The game never teaches you this. And the only way you would ever know how to do this is if you did it by accident, or it's also in the instruction manual. Although, from the first two levels of this game, it really doesn't seem like they expect you to read the instruction manual, so that's a little odd. It's probably the game just forgot to teach you this. And trust me, some parts of the game you're going to need to know how to roll, so it's pretty important overall. So yeah, that building from our distance, I believe a building we traveled on, or went around in the bank heist level. So that's what I meant by the I forgot the word. Interconnectivity. That's the word. Between all of these levels. And we just need to throw one more bomb at Bomb Voyage, and we'll be done with this level. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't think I've heard that line from Mr. Incredible. So yeah, Mr. Incredible in this game is not voiced by Craig T. Nelson, who voiced him in the movie. He is instead voiced by Richard McGonagle, who I believe his most well-known role is voicing, I believe, Victor Sullivan in the Uncharted games, the main protagonist, Nathan Drake's sidekick, pretty much. And there we go. We took care of Bomb Voyage. Uh-oh. Super's sued? Super's in hot water. Uh-oh. So this is based on a part of the movie where the superheroes are sued and are forced to go into hiding after all the negative stuff they've done to societies have gone too far to where they had to ban superheroes. But vigilantes have been spotted again? Alright, anyways, that took us 5 minutes to beat. We defeated no enemies. I'm guessing this is a reference to how in the movie, Bomb Voyage technically got away with his crimes. So, I'm guessing that's why it's 0. It could also be a glitch. I have no idea. We received 170 damage. We dealt 2 damage. Okay. We picked up 10 health. We did 0 incredibles. I forgot to mention the different colors of health. Green gives you 10 health. Yellow gives you 25, and red gives you 50. Pretty much percentages, essentially. And we burned 127 calories. I'm sure hanging on to that cape. Are you sure that didn't burn a lot of calories? Whatever. We can now move on to the next level. Apartment Inferno. So we kind of jump in terms of time in the movie to where, by the way, we have a wireframe of a guy with a flamethrower, which kind of tells us what this level's about. Yeah, it's a pretty dark part of the movie, so it's not looking too hot on this capture card. Whatever. It's probably going to be blurred anyway because of copyright reasons. So, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this scene takes place after the superheroes go into hiding to where Mr. Incredible and Frozone are just normal civilians. But they're eager to fight some crime anyway, which leads us into this fire where we try to save some citizens, or some people in the fire. Yeah, people in the apartment. This does happen in the movie. However, unlike the movie, we're given an excuse for combat. So, this game, I guess, explains that the cause of the fire is from these enemies with flamethrowers. According to the manual, these guys are called arsonists. Which makes sense. May as well go up here as we navigate the apartment.
This whole place is coming down. I'll see if I can find any civilians. Then we've got to get out of here.
Good idea, Frozone. Alright. So, it's pretty much Frozone across this level that saves the civilians, while you're just following him while dealing with all these obstacles.
After you take out those guys, we gotta find a safe way out.
Alright, there's one guy there. Alright. Deal with more of the arsonists. They got pretty obnoxious voices. My god. And of course they all look the same, as normal video game fashion goes, where all enemies that have the same role all look exactly the same. And there's a bonus item back here, by the way. Right. The checkpoint. Uh-oh. Great. Yeah, this level's not that great in my opinion, especially with all the fire that can easily deal damage to you. Yeah, it's not a very pleasant level, and I can totally see why a lot of people dislike the stage. Especially with these enemies with the flamethrowers. They are, yeah.
Hurry up, Bob. Find us a way out of here.
Alright, we'll do. I mean, I'm sure it was easy for you, considering you have ice powers, but whatever. Oh wait, no it wasn't. According to the movie, apparently he wasn't able to find water in the air in order to feel his powers, so... I guess I'm the one with the better powers here, because my super strength doesn't have a weakness. Mr. Incredible super strength doesn't really have a weakness. I don't think. It's not really explained in the movie. Alright. Got another bonus item. Alright, so you can actually swing onto things with Mr. Incredible. You can simply just latch onto them by not pressing anything, but just kind of jumping into them. It took me a while to learn that, because for the longest time, I always thought that you had to hold the R button, similar to Elastigirl. And yeah, there was another bonus item, so we already got all 3 bonus items for this level. That's nice. And there we go. Just barely latched onto it. Now... move on. And so you may notice the music is exactly the same as the first level. And so yeah, I forgot to mention the music for this game. It's pretty close to the movie score, but not exactly the same. Although, according to great. Didn't have it. I fell. According to some behind-the-scenes stuff for this game, it was actually done by Michael Giacchino, the same composer who did the movie score. That's pretty rare to see, isn't it? For a composer to do the score for both a movie and its subsequent video game. Pretty awesome. Especially since, unlike the movie score, I'm pretty sure the video game score is not protected under YouTube copyright or whatever. So you can use it as much as you please, which is really nice. Although I'm not 100% sure of that, but I'm pretty sure.
Never learned not to play with fire, huh?
Oh. Yeah, these jumps are pretty stupid. Especially since, yeah, one fall and you're instantly dead. But yeah, and again, regarding the interconnectivity of everything, it's pretty cool in this level because you're going up this one part of the apartment. It's not just room after room that seems pretty unrealistic. No, it seems pretty realistic for an actual apartment. So yeah, for some of these jumps, you're really going to need to hold the jump button, as briefly explained in the first level. There is a reason it tells you that in the first level. Or why Frozen tells you it. Alright. Here we go.
It's about time.
Are those two guys twins in the background? Alright. There we go. I guess those guys are just there. They could leave on their own time. Alright, so one thing that's not in this game is that they actually also end up in a jewelry store that's right next to the apartment. And that's where they actually crush them all in the movie. As seen in that scene. They get caught by the police and get into a whole fiasco. Anyways, that level took us 5 minutes to beat. We defeated 22 enemies. We received 710 damage, so 705, picked up 150 health, did 2 incredible moves, and burnt 537 calories. So yeah, we have a stock art of Vigilante Mr. Incredible on the right. Is that for the movie? I don't really know. Anyways, our next level is Late for School, where we have a wireframe of a school bus. Huh. Anyways, we have the home of the Incredibles. So this is definitely after Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl were married, as we hear the voice of none other than Dash. That's right, we get to play as Dash in this level, as we head our way to school. Get to school before 8 o'clock. So this is a Dash level, ladies and gentlemen. It works very differently from the other levels, to where rather than being like an action platforming kind of level, it's more about speed and racing, to where we pretty much have to go across a designated path while trying to avoid as many obstacles as we can with a time limit. You may notice the clock on the top, 7:55. We have to make it to school before 8 o'clock. Now that timer goes on for the entire level. And I believe once it reaches 8 o'clock, it acts as you dying and having to go back to the previous checkpoint. As I believe the timer resets. And so yeah, if we pull back on the control stick, we can slow Dash down. And so yeah, how Dash controls is that if you hold forward on the control stick, he will go at a speed of 90 miles per hour. Yeah, just press A to jump, or X on PlayStation. Gotta avoid that police car. I believe if you let go of the control stick, he will go at 77 miles per hour, or I believe, of course, in the European version, it's read as kilometers per hour and has different numbers. But I'm playing the North American version, so we just get miles per hour. Avoid those manholes, by the way. If you trip over them, if you run into them, you will trip over and have to tap A in order to recover. If you run into anything once, you will die and have to return to the previous checkpoint. There's a bonus item, by the way. Uh-oh. Got quite a accident going on. Oh. Yeah, that's what I meant. You return to the previous checkpoint. Oh, by the way, if you hold the Y button, or triangle on PlayStation, you'll actually be able to boost and go at a maximum of 166 miles per hour. The only problem with this is that you can only use it for a limited time, because in the Incredible logo on the top left, you may notice that there is a red meter on the eye. And that represents your heat. Because if you use the boost too much, you can overheat and die, pretty much. Or just kind of get worn out, to put it lightly. Just gotta avoid all that. As the environment seemed to morph into existence. That's great. I will give the developers props, though, for having to model all these environments in this whole neighborhood. We got another bonus item, by the way. There's the Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story. It's interesting because if you've seen the movie, you notice that we got a avoid all these boxes, which we just trip over them, I think. You may notice that in the Incredibles movie, the Pizza Planet truck is not seen. So, if you're an avid Pixar fan like me, you probably know that Pixar has a tendency of having the Pizza Planet truck, the Pizza Planet delivery truck, first seen in Toy Story, and they seem to hide it in every single one of their movies. One of those movies that was not the case for was The Incredibles. Apparently, from what I've heard, they simply just forgot to add it in. And we got another bonus item. And we made it to school on time. How cool is that? With 3 minutes to spare.
Just in time.
Although I think Dash forgot his backpack, but whatever. Alright, the level took us 3 minutes to beat. Max speed is 167. Not sure why that's there, considering as long as you boost, you'll always get the max speed. Average speed was 86. We had 1 respawn, 4 trips, spent 8 seconds boosting, distance 5. Okay, not sure what that's measured by. Maybe miles? I don't know. And we burnt 199 calories after all that running. Okay. Anyways, we now move on to the next level, Beach Landing, which jumps us way further into the movie to where Mr. Incredible is given secret assignments by some secret corporation because he wanted to be super again, and this is a chance to relive the glory days. In order to do that, we have to pretty much defeat this robot here. With assignments given by this chick right here, Mirage, voiced by Elizabeth Pena, the late Elizabeth Pena. So as you notice, Mr. Incredible definitely got a lot bigger over the years after not doing much super work. Anyways, we drop down into this island. Oh, hi. You fat. Pretty interesting thing is that I'm pretty sure this scene right here is pretty much shot-for-shot recreation of a scene from the movie. Pretty cool. Alright. So now we gotta make our way through the island of No Man's Sand Island. Yes, that is its name. As we find all these robot enemies that, no, were not seen in the movie. To be fair, those arsonists in the last level were also not seen in the movie. So yeah, quite a lot this game had to make up, considering that there weren't enemies in every scene in the Incredibles movie. So. Alright, we have these guys called Helibots. You could punch them, and it would basically become bombs. Gotta grab onto these trees, pretty much similar to the Incredijumps we did in the first level. Got these sentry turrets over here. So yeah, of course, this level is based off the scene in the movie where Mr. Incredible drops onto this island and starts searching for the Omnidroid mentioned in that cutscene, which is a robot that we have to fight that apparently got loose. We have to deactivate before bad things happen. Alright, these spawners are pretty much what spawn those robot enemies called melee bots. They're pretty much kind of spinning tops with blade edges that will damage us. And while they recharge, that's when we attack them. Alright, there we go. Now we can pass through here and deal with this console right here, or device. We pretty much have to spin it around, and that will deactivate the electric bridge. Now we pretty much acts as a time limit. There we go. We somewhat destroy that console. Here we go. Alright, we have more of these guys. Never mind. Forget I said that. Alright, so that console over there is activating, or is powering those electric wires. What we pretty much have to do is throw these guys, which also pretty much turn into bombs once you punch them. Similar to the helibots. You pretty much have to throw these guys at that console, I believe twice. Yes, okay. And now, we can make it safely across the zip line. Similar to what we did in the first level, maybe. Oh, yeah, we actually have to use the crouch jump. So yeah, holding a direction control stick and pressing the jump button, we can jump from line to line. Something that the game doesn't really teach you. But I'm guessing the game assumes that you know it, considering it's pretty obvious, all things considered. Uh-oh. Only this guy would get out of our way. Well, he kind of has. Alright. He just went right through that rock. But whatever. Go up here. To grab a crane. So the crane is pretty much, we gotta adjust it so that we could swing across. Alright, there we go. Just throw that guy wherever. Oh, there's a console up ahead that we're probably gonna need to destroy. Alright, so I may as well explain my origins of this game. Or but my relationship with this game. This game was a childhood favorite of mine. I don't remember exactly... Okay, I do remember exactly when I got it on GameCube. But I don't know if I want to reveal the truth yet. But if you see my previous video, you might have a hint on what it is. Or one of my previous videos. But I'm going to explain my relationship with the movie. The Incredibles has always been one of my favorite animated movies, and perhaps even one of my favorite movies of all time. That worked, okay. I wonder if another one will appear. Whatever. And I can't even remember the first time I ever watched the movie, because I was probably so young that I couldn't remember. That's how long I've known about this movie. I'm pretty sure as a kid I even had Incredibles themed pajamas. Yeah. Pretty cool. And what else? Probably something else. Of course, I can't tell you how many times I've seen the film, considering we had it on a DVD. Oh, by the way, a bonus item over here. I still love The Incredibles, though. It's always been one of my favorites, both as a kid and the adult. And that's the thing, even after, what's it been, 18 years since the movie's come out, it still holds up tremendously. It's still an extremely enjoyable movie. That's just the power of Brad Bird. I'm just saying that he was the one that directed the movie. Brad Bird's always been one of my favorites. Even if he directed the 2015 Tomorrowland movie, he'll always be one of my favorites for directing this, along with another Pixar movie, Ratatouille. And what else did he do? Oh yeah, I believe he directed a bunch of... Oh, he did The Iron Giant. And I believe he even directed a couple of... I think he directed a Rugrats episode. I know he directed a couple of Simpsons episodes. By the way, in this part, we just have to keep on throwing these robots at this stuff. There's just one more. And there we go. Just jump onto this. We shall now jump. That's the end of that level. Alright, took us 8 minutes to beat, 53 enemies defeated, 190 damage received, 0 Incredimus. I don't know, guys. Whatever. 700 calories burnt, and yeah, it's another poorly photoshopped stock render of Mr. Incredible. Yeah, that bottom belly don't look too hot. Sorry.
Mr. Incredible, you may
So
find
I'd probably put a side-by-side comparison right there between the scene in the movie and the scene in this game of Mr. Incredible stretching. So yeah, there were 2 bonus items this level that I missed, and I may as well go through and collect those. Anyways, the first bonus item we missed is if we travel left to immediately when we hit, I believe, immediately when we hit the first checkpoint. That was a failure. Trying to reach over there. Great. So now, we gotta make our way all the way back. Great. It's gonna be fun, isn't it? If we're gonna do this multiple times. And I didn't even destroy the console. That was my mistake. Although, considering I hit the checkpoint, I wonder what happens if we die and reach that checkpoint. Oh, okay. We still have to destroy it. But hey, at least it sends us back here. So that's convenient. And we still didn't make it across. Great. Alright. So do you just need to get like a running start on this? Yes, you do. Okay. So we have to, yeah, make it across this and enter this area. So we have to go through all this platforming pretty much. By the way, be careful because if you make one mistake, you will end up in the water and have no way of reaching back up. Like I did right there. Great. There we go. Finally. Just have to be extremely precise. Great. Literally pinpoint precision with where you have to land on that ledge. Now our goal is to stay on. Dear God. Oh, by the way, if you go up here, you could look down there. I'm not sure why that's there. I guess that's a shortcut if you want to head back to the action after you get this bonus item over here. So yeah, there we go. All that for a bonus item. Not for, I don't know, a secret ending or something. I'm just making stuff up. By the way, if they're not able to land in place whenever they like become a bomb, they just explode. So yeah, there's something, and it'll happen more often than you think. Just to let you know. Didn't have it that time. Alright, so the third and final bonus item is over here at the end of the level. Before you jump onto that tree, over here is where a bonus item is. And there we go. We now have the 3 bonus items for this level. "9 minutes.